You're not here to testify about MKUltra?
I am not an MKUltra expert.
Why did the Dems send you here if you're not an MKUltra expert?
The Democrats sent a witness to a government secrets hearing. She knew nothing about government secrets.
April of last year, did you ever speak with Anthony Fauci or any of your NIH colleagues when you were there about the NIH's role in funding the Wuhan Institute of Virology or the development of COVID-19 virus?
No.
Do you believe that the NIH or Dr. Fauci lied to the American people about COVID?
No.
Are you familiar with Dr. Fauci's statements to Congress about COVID?
No.
You didn't watch any of Dr. Fauci. You worked at the NIH and you didn't watch any of Dr. Fauci's?
No, I did not work at NIAID.
Okay. Do you think the COVID shots harm American citizens?
No, I do not.
Do you think that the COVID shots cause turbo cancers?
No.
Have you read any, do you know if the NIH or NIAID track COVID shot injuries or cancers or anything harmful from them?
I am not aware of any harmful tracking, and this is not my area of expertise,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you this one thing really quickly here. I'm going to get back to the video immediately here, but I can definitely tell you, when I got that shot specifically, I did not have vertigo. All right. I did not have like POTS is what I think they call it, position orient. I don't know, something like that, guys. Right. But it has a lot to do with when you are standing still and you randomly get dizzy. OK, I did not have that under any circumstance before I got that shot. I got that shot miraculously a couple of months later here. I can barely drive a vehicle because I get dizzy. OK, but all right. You don't know about anything. I can keep going down the list of the amount of people that I have encountered that have had like brand new things happen to them after this shot here. And understand this here, I am not anyone that dabbles at all in conspiracy.
Any harmful tracking, and this is not my area of expertise, no.
What is your area of expertise?
I'm a research psychologist, and I did not work at NIAID.
And you're here for what reason?
I am here to testify about what is happening to the NIH right now.
You're not here to testify about MKUltra?
I am not an MKUltra expert.
Why did the Dems send you here if you're not an MKUltra expert?
But I am an expert in human subjects protection, which is related, and in the conduct of
Slightly
human subjects research.
to MKUltra, yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
But you don't know anything about MKUltra, which is the purpose of this hearing. All right, so
this is
I have a
big
couple
news,
questions
guys.
for our witnesses who are here to talk about MKUltra, and thank you, gentlemen, Dr. Kinzer and Mr. O'Neill. What are some of the worst abuses that you're aware of in the MKUltra program?
I can start by just naming, I'll talk about one in particular that always sticks in my mind.
Okay.
In the federal prison in Lexington, Kentucky, a group of African-American inmates was segregated and fed what were described in the protocol as double, triple, and quadruple doses of LSD every day for 77 days.
Did they all survive?
We have no idea
Okay.
what happened to them. This has stuck with me ever since I wrote that book. What happened to them? Did they ever find out what was given to them? Did they think they were going crazy? Did they? I think if the.
Do you think we're still experimenting on prisoners or people in prison today?
I don't have any information about that.
You wouldn't.
I'm hoping there'll be another book about what's
Mr. O'Neill?
happening now.
Right, in like 100 years.
Some of the worst abuses in MKUltra.
There were many. The Frank Olson case, which was referenced earlier, that was a murder. I don't believe that was a suicide. And the motivation was because he was going to be a whistleblower. He worked at the CIA. He worked in the development of biological weapons, and he was planning to go public and announce that the United States government was using biological weapons in the Korean War. And also, he was going to share what he knew about MKUltra experiments, including lethal experiments. And there's a documented case.
How many, gentlemen, how many people do you think died through the MKUltra program or were murdered?
No idea.
If those who died largely were outside the United States, many
Yeah, I
people
suspect
were
that.
experimented
I
to
suspect
death in
that.
that safe house in Germany that I visited. And people in the neighborhood told me they knew what was going on in that house, and that people who were experimented to death are now buried in what used to be forest plots that are now covered over
Do you think
with
the German
apartments.
government knew what the
Oh
U.S.
my
government was doing? Do you
God,
think there was a
guys.
partnership there or knowledge?
Yes.
I suspect partnership.
There is a
In
memo
fact.
that was written by the German Secret Service to Konrad Adenauer, the Chancellor of Germany, telling him Americans are here capturing citizens, capturing people and conducting extreme experiments which are in violation of German law. And Adenauer decided to put that aside and not to
I
investigate
have one more
further.
question, because I have 15 seconds. Is this a massive cover-up by the U.S. government?
It's certainly a cover-up of what happened in the past.
Mr. O'Neill?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank you, Representative Mace.
Guys,
Acknowledge Ms. Bobert for the next round of questioning.
what's this?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to two of our witnesses who are here to actually talk on our subject here today. Mr. Kinzer, in your book, Poisoner in Chief, you describe how Project MKUltra was authorized by CIA Director Alan Dulles in April of 1953 as an umbrella program for research into the covert use of biological and chemical materials for mind control and interrogation. What specific geopolitical and intelligence concerns, particularly regarding alleged Soviet and Chinese, quote, brainwashing and Korean War prisoners, drove this authorization? And how did Cindy Gottlieb's unique background and personality and worldwide view shape the program's direction and methods and ethical boundaries?
Let me start by answering your second question about Gottlieb. He was a very different person from all of the other senior CIA officers of that era. Most of them came from silver spoon backgrounds. They went to the same prep schools and the same Ivy League colleges and belonged to the same yacht clubs and worked for the same law firms and international banks. Sidney Gottlieb was the son of Orthodox Jewish refugees from Central Europe. He had a limp. He had a stutter. He went to Hebrew school. He was so different from all of the other officers. And upon reflection, I think this may not have been an accident. I think that people at the CIA understood that whoever had this job was going to be doing some awful, terrible things that would be very bloody, that they might become known, and it might be necessary to blame it all on somebody. And they didn't want to have to blame it all on one of their own. So Gottlieb actually became the person on whom everything was blamed. In fact, when he testified in secret here in Congress in the 1970s, he complained that there were documents on which various signatures had been redacted, but his alone had remained.
Of course.
So, is a way of diverting attention away from the institutional responsibility of the CIA
Right.
and trying to blame it on one
One
crazy
singular
person.
patsy. So who's actually surprised here that what we were told was basically nonsense and a lie, right, generally ends up coming out a couple of decades later, once the people that kind of propped up the lie for the most part here are no longer kind of in office or no longer in any type of authority. All of a sudden, the lies that we were told that were literal lies here are the truths, guys. Who's surprised by that, guys? Huh? Well, are you surprised? Let me know in the comments if you're actually truthfully surprised that we're getting information in 2026 about MKUltra here, right? I'm not surprised at all here. Like, I mean, I don't think personally that if Trump was not in office that these type of things would not even be questioned here, right? Truthfully, I don't think so. Like, imagine the amount of things that are being hidden from us even still here. The fact that he's saying he doesn't even know if whatever programs are running now, because of course we would not know now. Right? Because the people that are basically pushing all the nonsense forward for the most part, they're still in office. They're still in command of whatever, station that they're in here. I have never heard such graphic details of MKUltra, like ever. right? I mean, it's been spoken about forever and ever and ever and ever. I'm not really sure that it could be considered much of a conspiracy too much any longer with this here. And a lot of other hearings definitely need to be done here for some of the other things that I'm sure the average common typical American has heard in whisper, but have been told that things do not exist. I mainly am focused on what is happening kind of outside of our planet here, truthfully. There are too many stars for there to be nothing, guys, all right? It's just, I don't think it's probable, all right? That's it. That's my opinion. That's what I want to know. I need to know everything. Will I ever know everything? Probably not here, guys. But either way, listen, as the story develops, this does seem like there are a couple of more hearings that you guys have sent me kind of regarding this here. So we will definitely be jumping into that over the next couple of days here as we're going through this hearing here, right? But in the meantime, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and catch you guys later.